navigators! We're gonna try reading a book today. Outside, hopefully it's not too noisy. It's called Compost Stew, an A to Z recipe for the earth by Mary McKenna Siddell, illustrated by Ashley Wolf. Environmental chefs, here's a recipe for you to fix from scratch to mix a batch of compost stew. Ingredients: apple cores, bananas bruised, coffee grounds with filters used, dirt clods crumbled, eggshells crushed, fruit pulp left behind, all mushed, grass clippings, hair snippings, and an insect or two. Just add to the pot and let it all rot into compost stew. Save jack-o'-lanterns, kitchen scraps, laundry lint from dryer traps, mulch removed from garden beds, nut shells, oatmeal, paper shreds, quarry dust, fry bed crust, and seaweed strands, a few. Just add to the pot and let it all rot into compost stew. You can see in this book it's getting colder. She's wearing a hat and a scarf now. Take tea bags plucked from long hot swimmings, underbrush prunings, vegetable trimmings, and zinnia heads from flower beds whose blooming days are through. Just add to the pot and let it all rot into compost stew. Do you notice the worm helping from the goose's head? There's worms in there too. Now moisten, toss lightly, cover, let brew. And when the cooking is complete, Mother Earth will have a treat. Dark and crumbly, rich and sweet. Now open the pot, and what have you got? Compost stew. There are some chef's notes. Out of pumpkins, low on flies, get creative, improvise. You can always substitute any veggie, plant, or fruit. But please recycle these instead. They won't break down, so not a shred of metal, plastic, packing foam, or chemicals are found in the home. What's more, no meat or dairy, please. No bones or gravy, fish or cheese, for these will cause an awful smell, attracting flies and animals as well. Earthy, yes. Meaty, no. Synthetic, stop. Natural, go. So spice it up, but be judicious. Keep it wholesome and nutritious. Mother Earth will say delicious. Compost stew. I'm going to show you some close-up pictures of the artwork in this book because it's all made from a collage of different types of papers and scraps. So instead of drawing the illustrations, they made each picture using pieces from other things. What are some things you can recognize here? Here, they cut these all out. Newspaper, some textured paper, patterned paper. They did draw faces, but you can see lots of different types of things were used, sort of like the way they use many things to make compost stew. And that is mostly what we put in our compost bin. Lots of fruit and vegetable scraps, some tea, eggshells, bananas, We do put a lot of brown in, and the brown things would be like the cardboard, shredded black and white newspaper, not the shiny color advertisements, but the black and white newspaper pieces. Dried leaves, those break down differently than green leaves or still wet grass clippings if you let them dry first. They work a little bit differently in your compost barrel, and you want to try and balance the two so you don't have too much green, which is why my compost was wet and kind of stinky. And you don't want to have too much brown because then it takes a long time to break down. So we're going to work on balancing our compost bin the next time I check in.